Hello again and welcome back to the Broken Pot Part 2. Let's read the story. Aunt Maria put on her apron. She started her potter's wheel. The metal disc went around. She threw some clay onto the disc. We are talking about this right here. This is the disc. And now this disc goes around and around and around so that she can sculpt the clay. Now, how many discs can you find? There are two. 1 and 2. And what is she using to sculpt the clay? Is she using a tool? Kind of. She is using her hands and she's sculpting them. Now, she put on her apron. This is an apron here. Why did she put on her apron? Does it make her look pretty? It's so she doesn't get clay on her clothes. And we can see there's some pots up here that she's not using. Let's read the next page. Aunt Maria wet her hands. She shaped the clay with her hands. She put her fingers into the top. Her fingers made a hole in the center. Now, you can see her hands look very wet. What is the opposite of wet? Very good. Dry. Now, if she was trying to make a pot with dry clay and dry hands, would it be possible? I don't think so. I don't think you can mold and push and pull the clay with dry hands. They must be wet. She shaped the clay with her hands. She put fingers in the top to make this hole. And then she slowly separated to make it bigger. Now you can see she is creating a pot. What color is the clay in this picture? Is it black? Is it red? Is it brown? Yes, I would say this clay is brown or reddish brown. Okay. Now look at the pots down here. We saw these from before. Do you remember what is special about this pot? This pot has a lid right here, which is the top part. It has a lid. Now, what is special about this pot here? It has a handle right here. So we can make many different kinds of pots. Let's look at the next page. Isabel and José watched their aunt. She made a large pot. It was shaped like a lantern. "Let's fire it in the kiln," said Aunt Maria. The kiln is a special oven. Well, we have some very difficult words on this page. Let's look at this sentence here. Let's fire it in the kiln. We learn that the kiln is a special oven to cook pots, and it makes them hard. This is the kiln here. It gets hotter than the oven in your home. Let's fire it. Fire as a verb means to cook. So let's cook the pot in the special oven. that is what this sentence is saying. Let's cook the pot in a special oven. So she made a large pot. This a large pot? This a large pot? Is this a large pot? Let's find out how big she made it. Okay. We can see here there are some shelves. And what's on the shelves? Very good. We can see pots on the shelves. And we can see this room. What is the room made of? It looks like the room is made of stone. Okay, maybe it's a very old house. Let's look at the next page. The kiln made the pot hard. The next day, Aunt Maria got her glazes. She painted animals onto the pot. We'll fire it again soon, she said. So the very hot oven, what did it do? It cooked the pot and made it hard. What is the opposite of hard? Soft. Do you remember when she was making the clay pot on the disc? Back then, was the clay hard or soft? It was soft. And then we put the pot in the special oven called the kiln. And we cooked the pot, and then the pot got hard. And then now Aunt Maria got her glazes. We can see here. Glazes in this story is shiny paint. Shiny paint. And so she's making a horse or a different animal there with her paint. Then will she be finished? No. What does she have to do after she has painted her pot? She must fire it again. What does fire it mean in this story? It means to cook. So she must cook the pot again in the special oven. And then it's going to make the paint hard and shiny. Well, that's it for part 2 of Broken Pot. I'll see you again shortly for part 3.